Welcome back to Mad Mark. I'm sorry I haven't been on for a while. They got me banned for saying nothing. Okay, obviously they don't want me talking. They absolutely don't want me talking. The CIA, FBI, they don't want me talking. Why? Because I bring up really good points. I told you ahead of time, it's all crony rigged. They make it sound divided. Oh, you got these Christians, you got these liberals, and they're all different. It's peacetime theater. That's what I said. It's peacetime theater. That's all it is. It's just a little acting play. As soon as push comes to shove, CIA comes marching right into all the media outlets and like, read from CIA teleprompter. Russia bad. That's all you got to do. Russia bad. NATO good. US good. Russia bad. US CIA teleprompter. But I made some points. And Russia has done some good jobs on things. 3 points I want to cover today. Foreign audience within your own country. Right-wing groups among Canada, Australia, United States, Europe. Western right-wing groups. Western liberal groups. Okay, there's 3 different elements. How does the CIA and NATO handle these 3 different groups? First off, with foreign groups, like we see with Imran Khan, as soon as you don't get along with them, they don't care what foreigners think. They don't care what you think in South America or Africa or any Muslim nation or China. They don't care what you think. All they do is, you listen to us or we will blackmail you. We will pull our businesses. We will sanction you. We will hurt you financially as much as possible. We will, because we run the petrodollar. Okay, we got crony rigged banks and we'll just wreck your economy. So do we really care what you think in your country? Do we care what your people think of America? No. All we know is we blackmail you. Now in the United States, they have to give a certain story to the liberals and they have to push war on them. They got to push war. And it's unreal. You know, these passable, liberal people, they're all war hawks. So it's just hypocrites, okay? These Christians, but anyways, you look at the United States. If you are a foreign country, Russia, Pakistan, China, especially China, this is what you have to do. During their intelligence, you got 3 things. You got your own population and how you speak to your own population, which is completely different in how you present your message to liberals of the West, okay? And then how you present your message to right-wing of the West. And I told you, they don't really give a shit what you think in your country, okay? That ain't really sensitive. They don't even really care what you think about the liberals or women rights or minorities. They don't really, that's not really sensitive to them. What got me mad, got me banned, and gets me censored, and gets me monitored, is when I tell you how cautious they are of Western right-wing people. Why? Because forever, a lot of countries, including Pakistan especially, you got your media, your ISI, you present facts. Okay, we got clear-cut facts. These are terrorists. This is what they did. All your evidence. Okay? And they counter all that clear evidence like this. Because a lot of these groups are institutionalized. You do not target, you do not spend multi-millions of dollars targeting demographics of people that are institutionalized. It's absolute waste of money. Now you got critical thinkers within the United States. And the biggest demographic of actual critical thinkers is more your conservative Republican Party men, 15 to maybe 50. The baby boomers got smoked with culture Marxism. So about 15 to 50, okay? Why is the CIA and FBI so scared of this demographic for? Because it's the critical thinking demographic. It's the demographic where a foreign country can say, here is our information. And they critically think. And they don't give a shit what our media says. And they're not going to, they're just going to go after instinct. And that's why they don't like it. And the message that got me banned is when you tell white people, it's like all white people or all white men in the United States are racist, sexist, evil, suppressive garbage. Okay? Oh, until it's wartime, then we're going to prop your ego up and big masculine man go over there and fight and be a hero. So you just want us to be just a brain dead idiot that just forgets about everything. And as soon as we come back from war all messed up or dead or disabled, then right back to racist, old sexist, evil, suppressing, privileged white male. They don't like that because they don't have hard power. And yes, in Middle East wars, you can run your air support and your drones and blow shit up, but against big countries, you can't do that. And if you don't have this small, critical thinking demographic of men from 18 to 45 on board with you, you can't do really hard power war. So you talk about saber rattling and, negotiating. Russian intelligence, FSB, Chinese intelligence, they know. Is this demographic on board or not? If that demographic's not on board, you can't do much. You can't do much. Simple as that. So you have to know, as a foreign intelligence, you have to know the demographic that you are targeting. Is this demographic institutionalized? Okay? And I think Russia really messed it up. They kind of kept on with that Nazi too much. And that critical thinking group that they really, really, really want to target the most, well, they get called Nazis all the time by the liberals. So that was garbage. Okay? Now, that Nazi rhetoric, that works good on their own population. Okay, now if you're targeting the liberals, you want to call them hypocrites. Okay, you're war hawk, you're hypocrites. The whole neocon, war hawk, Bush, murdering regime, war crimes, killing Muslims, came from the liberals. It came from the liberals. The big cities, United States, where all this massive inequality is, where you get these rich white liberal communities and poor, that's liberals. So when you talk to liberals, you just want hypocrite, you're garbage, you're hypocrite. You can't lie, you gotta hit right at home with them. Now the right-wing party, that's the critical thinking party. Just tell them the truth. That's all you have to do. They don't care about you, you young males. They've got you pumped full of estrogen. They treat you like shit. Look at our men. Look at our men, how better they're treated. Look how much better the women in our country, in Russia, treat their guys. Look at these Chinese women, how much better they treat their men, their military guys over there than here. Look at. And they're critical thinkers. So now I tell you, why doesn't the CIA and FBI try to get rid of all these critical thinkers? Why don't they get rid of them? It's because they suck and they become uncompetitive. Especially look at the military, special forces. They have to be critical thinkers. If they're out there in a small little talented ass group and they get bad intel, or their intel gets whacked out, they have to be able to identify, hey, our intel tells us this, but it's not adding up. I think we're getting baited. I think we're getting ambushed. We could all get killed. They don't want that. They want them to be critical thinkers. So if the CIA and FBI try to get rid of all this right-wing male critical thinkers, we instantly become extremely uncompetitive from a military standpoint, from an industrial standpoint, from a scientific standpoint. They can't get rid of all that. So you have to target the demographic that's not institutionalized, okay? And if our government doesn't like it and want to say, well, let's do something with these demographic and make them more institutionalized, you lose, because then you're not competitive, you're not creative, you're not innovative. And if you don't do nothing, foreign intelligence can give you proper information and just take all the steam out of this hard power. And that's why I get banned. They're really sensitive about a small demographic of people that's not institutionalized, that's critical thinkers, and if they get the right information, all their soft power goes to hell.